Monsieur le sénateur Benjamin Sportouche de l'AFP, le président de la
Senator,
République l'a rappelé, vous suscitez un engouement
AFP,
en France.
as the President said, the excitement at your visit here in France is tremendous. This didn't really help John Kerry in 2004, so it's a good thing to be loved by the French in the United States. Isn't this likely to work against you? And does that explain why you're spending so little time in France, whereas you spend much more time with our German friends?
Well, the truth is that the speech that I gave in Germany was hopefully speaking to a broad European audience. And I hope that some of my friends in France were able to hear my desire for a strengthening relationship between the United States and Europe. I think for too long there has been a caricature on both sides of the Atlantic. The Europeans, I think, have seen Americans just as unilateral and militaristic and have tended to forget the extraordinary sacrifices that U.S. military, but also U.S. taxpayers have made in helping to rebuild Europe, but also helping to provide security and development around the world. On the other hand, in the United States, there's been a tendency to think that, well, you know, the Europeans don't want to get their hands dirty on some of these difficult security issues. And they're always critical of America. And one of the wonderful things with President Sarkozy's presidency has been that he's broken, he's shattered many of those stereotypes. And I think reminded Americans of the long tradition of friendship between America and France, one that dates back to the founding of our country. As far as me spending time in Paris, I don't know anybody who doesn't want to spend more time in Paris. So it really just had to do with the fact that the way our schedule was structured, I've been gone a very long time. It's unusual for a presidential campaign candidate to be out of the country for more than a week. And so I think we've just had to abbreviate these last meetings. But I assure you that I look forward to coming back and spending much time here. And finally, one aspect of your question that I think needs to be addressed. I think the average American has enormous fondness for the French people. And I think people in France and people throughout Europe should not underestimate how much interest there is in America in seeing the transatlantic relationship improving. I think the American voter understands that problems like climate change or energy or terrorism cannot be solved by any one country alone, that it has to be a group effort. And that's why establishing and strengthening the kinds of partnerships that we've discussed is so important. It's your turn.
OK. Autre question?